I've noticed that in my relationship, when I get triggered and my partner says something and I can feel that rage, I put things in place. Like I take my own advice. I try and put a break between whatever was said and me saying anything, or I remove myself from the room. But that still doesn't stop the shame and almost the embarrassment that I feel because I've had to do that as a 35-year-old man, and the optics of what that might look like to my partner, even though she does have an understanding of ADHD and RSD, she knows what I'm going through, is also a big sense of embarrassment for me that I'm having to put this process in place because I can't handle my own emotions. So I suppose, is there any advice for someone who might feel a bit of embarrassment or shame, even when they're implementing the advice that you're talking about and others talk about on various podcasts and platforms?
Look, the short answer to that is that embarrassment is there. It's real because it is embarrassing. You know, you talk about the optics and how they look to your partner or how they look to my wife or anyone else's. It is embarrassing to think I am a grown man. I'm 50 years old. I shouldn't be, quote unquote, overreacting anymore, right? But the thing I say to everyone when I mentor people, when I train organizations is this is not a deliberate choice to feel RSD. You know, I think it's one of the few times where I would say, if I gave people a magic wand and said, if I could remove RSD, would you let me do that? I think most people would probably say yes, or at least dial it down, right? Because of that embarrassment. So it's acknowledging that it's embarrassing for a reason, because it's not within your control. You haven't made yourself react like that on purpose. But actually, and I'll come on to this later, I think it's acknowledging that with your partners or with whoever you're with and saying that I am embarrassed by that. I am sorry, I didn't mean that. But I need to do that, removing myself. I need to create that space to prevent this from escalating. And it's better the devil you know, isn't it? You know, we either stay and it gets worse, or we say, I'm gone. Go do whatever we think we need to do and then come back calmer. Now, that might seem frustrating to other people, but I think it's important that they recognize that's actually the safety valve. That's very hard to do. It's very humbling to have to do it. And actually, it's better that you choose to do that than it is you stay and you just vent, react, and the situation gets worse.